True or false? Jerry Jones and the Cowboys will actually spend money in free agency this year.
True. I think they're going to spend more money than they've spent in the past. They have more money to spend. Um, and just the way the decision making has been trending, I believe that they are moving more towards being willing to spend in order to get what they want. Now, that being said, there are a lot of moves that they need to make. So it's gonna, of course, be dependent on what's available and what the trade off is in terms of this. This is one season where I feel like that stupid ass analogy Stephen Jones always makes about the number of players that he can get for the cost of one star could actually apply to a point. They're gonna need to look for stars. They're gonna need to look for guys in certain positions, right? But they also need a number of players on the defense. So they might have to make that trade off in a couple of instances, but I do see them, dropping a bag on a couple of good defensive pieces because just the way that they've been talking, it sounds like it's that important. And the fact that they've been willing to part with people who were drafted at a certain level, whereas like for a long time, Cowboys fans were like, "Oh, if you were drafted this round or higher, the Cowboys aren't letting go of you." Da da da. Whereas now it's like, "Okay, Mozzie, first round pick, but you don't fit. Gotta go. Diggs, we don't know what's going on with you. Like, gotta go. Micah, and I get that's still a controversial trade to discuss, but all right, you gotta go." So it's just like it seems like they've had practice this season with letting go of some of those pieces that were valuable in terms of draft position and contract so that they could get the team to where it needs to be in terms of personnel, culture, identity. So I think they'll keep it going.
I don't believe nothing they say. They do the same story every year. I've already went on my Cowboys rant in my last Cowboys exclusive video. It's the same cycle. They lose. Jerry says some crap. They get media people talking for a couple of months. He goes on vacation. They come back. He does his little media thing again. Get people talking again, and then they're gonna drag out whoever they need to re-sign. Like George Pickens is probably gonna drag all the way out the preseason when it shouldn't. And then while you dragging that out, you got all these top names and all these players that could help your team right now getting signed by everybody else. Then you go bargain shopping again, and then you're gonna try to draft, and then people gonna overhype these people that you sign. That's what our content creators do. They overhype these Miles Sanders and Jack Sanborns and all that stuff. And then when they suck, they're gonna turn around and say, Jerry didn't do this, Jerry didn't do that. Well, you hyped them up when they signed the Miles Sanders and the Jack Sanborns and the Dante Fowlers and all that. So don't say nothing at the end of the season. It's the same cycle. False.
Tell them how you really feel, Caleb.